December 18th, the group was born, and this is the talent roster.
This is the group Sports Entertainment Extreme. This is the roster. Go.
Well, I'm going to give you the name. You give me one word, okay?
Okay.
Maybe two at most. All right, here we go. Christopher Daniels. 3 words. 4
Professional.
Words. Okay. Elix Skipper.
Acrobat. I was going to say athletic, but I think it's like he's.
By the way,
he's cat-like.
His stuff where he used to do the 101 kilograms and under title instead of saying cruiserweight to really rub in the Canadian stuff was great. Loki.
Man, so I am going to use a few more words. He's a tough dude to figure out. And we'll talk. I think we're gonna talk a little more about each individual. If not, that's fine. I'll do it now. But so I never had an issue with Loki. I people talked about him being difficult to work with and stuff. I never ran into that one time. But I do have an interesting Loki story. When I showed up to, we were going to have a 6-man in like Mexico City, and it was me and Conan and Truth, I want to say, and it was against Loki, and I forget who the other people were because it really didn't matter. But when we got there, we all pulled in, and this was back in the day, and so it looked like Cheech and Chong was pulling in, and we get out of the van and there's Loki with a towel around his neck and like a hoodie on, and he's running laps around the parking lot of the underground parking facility. And I like stopped him and waved him down and was like, whoa. And he had to take his headphones out and he was like looking at me. And I was like, bro, what are you doing? We got a 6-man tag, and you're not going to need any of this out there. You know what I mean? And he goes, maybe you're not going to need any of this out there, but I might. And he put his stuff back in and ran. And I thought, that was badass and cool, and it scared me, and yet I was angry. And you know what I mean? I was like...
It was kind of a slap on you.
Yes.
Like you said, it was a real badass
It was cool
line.
Yeah. I walked away okay, all right then.
Oh, yeah.
And in the match, he did put me in a hold that I could not have gotten out of if I had a key ring. I couldn't have got out of this lock. And thank God he let me go, and I got. But that wasn't. He didn't put me in it and hurt me in it. He just put me in it and held me in it. You know what I mean? There's a difference. I couldn't have got out if I'd have wanted to. But I respect that. The dude's got mat skills. You know what I mean? I don't. But always a good dude. Keep going. I'm sorry I halted.
No, well, let's go. Let's break him down then. Christopher Daniels, you said professional.
Yeah.
Did you know him before this or his time in TNA?
No, I did not know him before. And if I did, I apologize, Chris. But I met him and got to know him in TNA, and that's where I really got to appreciate what a great guy he is, a good human. And a great wrestler. He gave back. He always was trying to help everybody put their you know what I mean? That's why I said professional. I couldn't think of I didn't want to say nice dude. You know what I mean? But that's what he was. He's a really good dude who loved wrestling and gave his all and still giving his all somewhere.
Yeah, still working with younger guys.
Yeah, doing exactly what he was doing even then. So yeah, just a great guy all around.
Like we hit on it, Elix Skipper found some fame in WCW. He was part of Team Canada, which was really underrated when all those cruiserweights were there. And he was a cruiserweight champion. He called it the 101 kilogram and under championship. And the first half of the WCW Cruiserweight Tag Team Champions with Kid Romeo. What were your thoughts? Were you surprised he never latched on in the WWF after WCW closed?
Yeah. To be quite honest, I'm surprised he didn't continue on wrestling somewhere and doing it at a high level, because that's the kind of guy he was, and he was at that level. I don't know if he was, if he needs somebody to talk for him or if he was a good promo. I didn't hear him talk a lot, and I didn't get to know him like say I did Chris Daniels. just because I don't know why that is, to tell you the truth. He just wasn't as upfront and vocal as the others were. He was kind of a shy dude, so I didn't get to know him like I did the others. But what an incredible athlete, man. I'll never forget him walking down the cage and doing a Rana into the ring. It's just like we freak out when Undertaker walks down the ropes and hits somebody with a single axe handle off of it. You know what I mean? And this guy's doing it no hands. Look, Ma, no hands across a cage top, just incredible athlete.
Yeah. Loki, you mentioned, a great story. He also had a reputation sometimes of being difficult to do business with.
Yeah.
You never had those issues though yourself.
No, I didn't. And I look, I saw him not that long ago. It may have been at in Nashville or something where I saw him not long ago, and he's still a good guy, still got smiles and hugs, and you know what I mean? Like everything, I never saw that side of him. But I know that he was serious. He was a lot more serious than I was. And everybody's more serious than I was. Groucho Marx is more.
Bret Hart's more serious
Marx
than you.
Well, way more. But hopefully Shark Boy will shoot him straight and we'll knock this out.
Let's talk about the Harris boys, Ron and Don. You go way back with the Harris boys.
Look, we look like triplets.
Look at that. That's a great shot. If you're watching on our YouTube, if you're not watching, we've got a shot up of Dogg and the Harris boys. Yeah. Just talk about your relationship with them.
Well, look, they do. I worked with them in Smoky Mountain. I worked with them in WWE. I worked with them here in TNA. So, we do go way back.
Big boys.
Probably 30 years now. Wow. You know what I mean? Probably 27, 28, around there. I'm not good at math. But yeah, we go way back, and we have fought together, and we've fought each other, and we've fought other people, and you know what I mean? We've been down the road together. And so anytime I get to see them, get to talk to them, anything, still to this day, it's a special thing. And so this was cool for me to get to work with them during this time, because we were all kind of fat, lazy, and redneck. And so we would just say, hey, what are you going to do when we run in here? I'm going to go to the floor as quickly as I can and get to the back.
Who's funnier, Ron or Don?
Well, I don't know. I don't know, because they have two separate. I was going to say Donnie, but Donnie is so dry. That's why I think he's funny. Okay. But Ronnie's a little more quick-witted. So there's different kind of humor. So it's hard to judge who's like the funniest. They're also very much alike. You know what I mean? So
how do you separate them when you got to know something like one of them's this way?
No, you just know after you get to know them for a minute, you just know. You know what I mean? And
you I pick one in the shoot fight. Who is it?
Oh, Donnie.
Oh,
Heavy D. I don't know, man. I don't know. There's something about him. He's a little more laid back and a little more. He's the guy that punches first when you're looking at his brother. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They're because his brother's taller and mouthier.
You better keep on him.
Yes. Okay. Look, you better be looking over here at the one that looks just like him, because he's the one going to dot your I. And they go. Yeah, we go way back. Those dudes.
Sonny Siaki.
Sonny Siaki.
That's what I said, right?
Yeah, you said it.
I nailed it. I was
just repeating it because I love hearing the word.
I nailed it. Sonny Siaki. Yes. He was talked heavily about being the new Rock in TNA.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that? What do you remember about that buzz?
So, I remember the talk. I remember the dude. He was a great kid, and he was a good-looking kid, and he could work, and he was I'm not sure what his nationality was, but he had darker skin, like his Sonny Siaki is his name. You know what I mean? He was Polynesian of some kind, and I'm probably butchering that, and I apologize. But he was an islander of sorts, and a good-looking, beautiful kid. You know what I mean? And so I understand the comparison, but don't you always hear like, oh, it's a kiss of death when they go, he's the next Stone Cold. He's the next Rock. It's the kiss of death, because nobody wants a next Rock. We want the Rock. Yes. And we wanted him to be, and he's the Rock. And so what I need you to be is somebody different. You know what I mean? And that's, I feel like it's always the kiss of death when they put that kind of stuff on you. And look, I see why they put it on him, but it didn't pan out, and then everybody kind of seems stupid. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he's the next Rock. And no, he's not. He could be Sonny Siaki, and he could be a great character with Sonny Siaki, and a great wrestler, and you know what I mean? Like, we can build off of that. But once they say you're the next somebody, you're screwed because you ain't nobody. You know what I mean?
It's like that in all sports. You hear he's the next Jordan, the next Kobe, or whatever it is. He's the next Tom Brady.
Yeah,
he's the next so-and-so.
And if you're the next such and such, then you ain't even you yet. You know what I mean?
And as Hall of Fame status as you get, you still not as. They still go, well, he's supposed to be the next Jordan. He's supposed to be the next Rock. So if you don't get on Rock level, to them, you didn't make it, which is not the case.
And that's, look, the platform that you were trying to promote and push this kid on, to call him the next Rock it was not going to happen that way. You know what I mean? Like, that's all there is to it.
And last but not least, let's talk about David Flair.
Oh.
David Flair.
I like David.
Give me a David Flair story.
So I don't have any, and I'll be quite honest. We got along, but I didn't hang out with him. I did my own thing and hid while I did it. And so I didn't talk to him a lot. But bless his heart,
no beef with him or anything, right?
No, not at all, not at all. We worked well together for the time that we worked together. Everything was fine. You know what I mean? But it was also. He's Ric Flair's kid, so I treated him a little different than I would have treated another young kid coming in like that. You know what I mean?
Giving him a little more leeway, more respect, or what?
Yeah, I would treat him better, and that may be bad on me. You should treat everybody the same. Okay, I get that, but that's I probably still would have treated. If Barack Obama's daughter was there, I'd treat her special too. You know what I mean? If it was somebody else's kid, they would get special treatment too. And so, look, I think he found his way out of the wrestling business because he wasn't cut out for it, but it wasn't because he didn't love it or he didn't want to follow in his father's footsteps.